I've been waiting a long time for this moment to come. I'm destined for anything at all. Downtown, lights will be shining on me like a new diamond ring out under the midnight hour. Well, no one can touch me now. Well, and I get to my back, it's too late. Ready or not at all. Well, I'm so much closer than I have ever known. Wake up! Dawning of a new era.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another edition of Let Me Tell You This About That, coming in ghost style, like our last episode. Hey, folks, how you doing? As always, on my left-hand side, one Mr. Kevin Kane.
Good afternoon, Laura. Good afternoon, Mr. J.
Mr.
Thanks
Kane.
for having me.
Thanks for living to get here, buddy.
Hanging by a thread.
That looks it.
Hanging by a thread.
It's all good, my friend. Lauren, how you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you guys doing? I missed you guys last week.
I know. We were actually transfixed with Kevin's travels to Key West. Kevin, how long were you actually in Key West for?
I was there Wednesday to Sunday.
Oh, how did that feel?
It was long but short. It was one of those...
Shorty long ones?
Yeah. It was went hard every day. And, yeah.
Nice. Kev broke the seal on kicking off the 2020 pandemic, fiesta we're all going to experience pretty soon, man. I didn't do anything that exciting. I actually didn't do too much, man. Lauren, did you do anything this week?
Not really. Again, I'm in countdown mode for semi-retirement. I'm basically a senior, last semester of senior year. I have basically checked out.
Cleaned your locker out.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning out my inbox now. I look at emails and go, who the fuck are you? Why am I doing this? Why are you asking me to do this? Nah, I really don't feel like it. You'll be at the bottom of my list. Thank you. Is it lunchtime? Okay,
There you
thanks.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the next time, you can roll into your career and at that level, so that way, you're not really going to stress yourself out when you're leaving, like. But yeah, no, I hear you. And weather's getting nice.
I know, it's going to be great.
Days are getting longer and what have you. And yeah, we're soaking it up here in good old-fashioned Massachusetts, folks. We just had our first weekend without any kind of COVID restrictions, and it rained like fucking... It was a Cure video outside for the entire weekend.
Basically, yeah. It's like 48 degrees. So explain this to me. Last Saturday, I picked up my aunt and uncle at the airport. We had to have the air conditioner on. It was so warm.
Yeah.
We picked them up on Saturday. We had to have the heat on.
Yes.
Welcome to Massachusetts.
Yes, we're burning oil at the house right now.
Yes.
Actually, I came in and
I had to put the heat on yesterday.
I had to
God,
put it
I hate Massachusetts. But anyway.
It's like 3 90-degree days before
Right.
before we kicked off, but yeah, also we have our Stanley Cup hopeful Bruins also in the hunt. Kevin was at the game last night. He's gonna give us a fucking gavel puck to puck coverage.
I'm going Bruins in 3.
Bruins
in 3.
They don't even need the fucking.
They don't even need that fourth one. The Islanders just going to forfeit that last game.
Nice, man. That sounds strong. They look okay.
Even before the game, I was saying that you said COVID, no restrictions. People are bumping into each other at the bar.
Yeah.
And normally, like, you'd be like expecting, like, oh, what the fuck? You bumped into someone in the bar and they like hugged you.
Right.
And we were just like, we're so happy we had the opportunity to bump into each other at a bar.
That's good.
Like everyone was just hugging each other. Then at the game, the TD Garden said you had to wear masks to get in.
Yeah.
Once you were in there, no one was wearing masks.
Nice.
Which, I don't know, I mean, there's no way you can police it. There's 18,000 people there.
Losing
and
their
like
minds,
one 65-year-old usher, like he's getting paid $50 an hour. He's like, fuck that, I'm not telling people to mask them.
No.
He's not the mask police. I mean, I showed videos of the game to my 4-year-old. He's like, why are those people not wearing clothes? It's like, buddy, it was at the end of Prohibition yesterday. It's the only way it must have been like, people after the game just getting in lines to get in lines.
Right.
Hong Kong back open.
That's truly, I just, when you told me that, I was like, the COVID's over when you can get chicken on stick for like, what is it like? Well, you don't, did you go in? No.
I did not go to Hong Kong. I went to the Black Rose.
Okay.
My friend Ginty McGrath.
Didn't feel like getting hepatitis?
No. My friend Ginty was playing at the Black Rose, so we went there. But literally, the line from Hong Kong went one way.
Nice.
Then it used to be Trinity next to Hong Kong. I don't even know what it's called now. It's like
used to be
60.
Sean's back in the day, was it?
That was Clark's. So
Clark's,
it was at the end. So it was like one line went one way, one went the other, and like it was just people getting in the shortest line. Like Black Rose, all Irish music, and those girls like half dressed, like that wanted to go to Ned Devine's.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, this line looks short. It's like, you do not want to go in here. Like,
Insta bitches, but like, I gotta.
Oh my God.
I mean, just what an awesome day for Boston yesterday.
Excellent, folks.
People like, oh, people gonna be mad that, you know, some people like still thought it was like a fake pandemic and like, oh, people gonna be mad if someone's walking around. No, nobody was mad.
Yeah.
Everyone was happy and hugging each other, and everyone loved each other yesterday.
That is.
There's no reason to be angry anymore.
Everyone
Loved each other. Like there was legit people like on my Facebook. Oh, they still make no. Everyone was happy.
And that's the way it should be.
And I bet you no one even cared about waiting in line for anything.
No.
The bathroom, the beers. They just were like, I am so happy to be in this line.
Like
I don't even
my
care
kids
what's
here.
like walking by the bars where like Hennessy's, like you could hear live music out, like where people. I'm like, I would just get a 6-pack and wait in that line,
right?
And just everyone was so happy to be out.
Well, folks, that's the table, man. That is how yesterday was. We're gonna break out for a song for a second, and when we come back, Mr. Kevin Kane's gonna let us in on both how he survived Key West, and also how he survived the Bruins game, and how he plans on surviving future Bruins games this week. So, folks, you hang tight. Welcome back from our week off. We're here at Let Me Tell You This About That, and we'll be back with you momentarily, folks. Hang tight.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. Welcome to the room of people who have rooms of people that they love one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains will change from hand grenades. You love another psychopath sitting next to you. You love another murderer sitting next to you. You think I'd get here sitting next to you. But after all I've said, please don't forget. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. We don't deal with outsiders very well. They say newcomers have a certain smell. Yeah, trust issues not to mention. They say they can smell your intentions. You laughing on the freak show sitting next to you. You laugh some weird people sitting next to you. You think how did I get here sitting next to you? But after all I've said, please don't forget. Take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends just to stay away. And now they're outside ready to bust. It looks like you might be one of us.
Hey folks, welcome back to Let Me Tell You This About That, your new podcast friends here at the kids table. That's right. My name's Mr. J, but of course, just my last name's Gillespie in case anyone's writing this shit down. Mr. Kevin Kane's are on my left-hand side, and Miss Lauren Sims is over here on my right-hand side. And usually what we do is we take a few seconds and we take some personal time, break it out into segments here and let you know what our thoughts are for the week and what we get going on, or, just kind of what we had on our breakfast this morning. So first up, we're going to turn the mic over to Mr. Kevin Kane. He's going to tell us all about Key West. He's going to tell us about the Bruins. What else are you going to tell us about, buddy?
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Lauren. So last week and a half ago, so me and the wife, once a year, and I think a lot of couples should do this, go away once a year with no kids.
Nice.
Now, it's not that you don't love your kids,
Right.
Because I've had people say, like, how do you go away? Oh, I wish I got to do that.
They're not paying.
No, I love my children, but
Yes.
once a year, just even 2 days, 3 days, even if you just do it for a night,
Yep.
go away once a year without your kids.
Yes.
Now, I'm very fortunate.
Does that lead to more kids, though?
God, I fucking hope not.
I hear you.
I'm very fortunate that my parents retired and my mother came up and stayed at my house and, watched my kids for me. So we usually go to New Orleans.
Good
Every
spot.
August we go to New Orleans because kids' sports start in September, and then me and Liz really don't see each other during the week until April.
Secrets of a happy marriage, folks.
Yeah, just she works 3 12-hour days, and I coach hockey, and there's nights it's literally we see each other 10 minutes. So that's why we made a deal, like every August, we're going to go away, just the two of us. So we usually do New Orleans, and when we were talking about going on vacation, New Orleans wasn't fully open yet.
Yeah.
So like, where else can we go? Well, we wanted to go to Charleston before, and we're looking at Savannah. Like, what about Key West?
It's like if you ordered New Orleans off a Wish,
Yeah, it just, and also I like to go where I know.
Yeah.
I'm always worried I'm going to miss something. Like if I leave my hotel and everything's to the left and I'm going to go to the right and just miss everything. I'm just very nervous about that.
You're exactly like my wife. I'm like, it's not a punishment. Go to bed. You're like, no, I'm going to miss it.
So, we made an arrangement. We weren't going to get each other really anything for Christmas.
Yeah.
So it was 8 o'clock Christmas morning. I looked at her. I go, fuck it. Key West, we're going.
Nice.
So Christmas morning, I got the plane tickets. And my buddy also, Kid Chad Fox, I was in the Navy with him, worked at a bar up here. His bar closed because of COVID, and he moved to Key West.
Oh, okay.
Just said, fuck it. He knew like 1 or 2 people down there in the service industry.
He already had herpes.
Yeah, he was just like, fuck it. And just moved. He just moved to Key West.
Nice.
So he'd been telling me it's a cross between Provincetown and New Orleans. Come on down. He goes, it's wide open. And we knew we were both going to be vaccinated, so Key West it was.
Sounds good.
So we left. We were going to go a Wednesday to a Sunday. So we got like the first flight on a Wednesday morning. We ended up getting to our hotel in Key West at like 1:30. Now, have you guys been to Key West before?
No.
Not yet, no.
No.
So there's one the tourist part of the island is 1 mile long. And there's a street, the Vol Street, that connects it.
Sounds like Charlestown.
Yeah, it's pretty much. And, so Duval Street is like a class. It's not like Bourbon Street, but it is.
Okay.
It's got like tiki bars on it. We were staying one street over. So our hotel kind of looked like a Nantucket mansion. It's like very Nantucket-esque.
Oh, nice.
It's very like classy. Like you go into, it's like this mansion, like a wooden staircase, and you go out to a courtyard. There's a pool, and all the suites are individual little cute little houses. So we just dropped our bags off and we're like, let's go.
Right.
We're 1 block over from Duval Street. We're walking down the street. We see this place, and everyone told us go to this place, Irish Kevin's.
Irish Kevin's.
Well, there we go.
Irish Kevin's the name.
Opposed to Ukrainian Kevin. Like,
Yeah. So this was not a tiki bar, but this is a beautiful inside bar. So like, let's just go in here, have one, discuss our battle plans.
Good idea.
So we walk in, and the guy who happened to be Irish Kevin, who's the owner, is up on stage playing. You walk in, he goes, "Hey, where are you guys from?" I'm like, "Oh, from Boston." 100-some people in the bar in unison go, "No shit!" So apparently that's the thing he gets everybody to do, no matter where you're from. So we go and we sit in the corner. And we're just having, 2 Bud Lights. We're just taking it all in. We're like, we got like 3 more nights of this. Like, we're just... Now, within 20 minutes of being there, he's playing Irish songs. We're like, wow, this is just... We're not even like... We're just like soaking it all in. We hear, "Where's that couple from Boston?"
Uh-oh.
Like...
The Federales.
So they're like, "Where's that girl from Boston?" And Liz is like, "Oh, over here? What's up?" She like raised in. Get up. Within maybe a half hour of being in Key West, Liz is on stage.
That didn't take long at all, did it?
Now, I will say sometimes we ask for it. Sometimes we're very social and we put ourselves out there.
Yeah.
We've ended up at stage in many occasions in many cities. This time we were not asking for it. We legit were like hiding in the background, going to order some appetizers and just take it all in. They're like, all right, so they had like Guinnesses lined up. Mm-hmm. And he was like, all right, this is a Guinness chugging competition. She was like, all right, like, let's fuck, when in Rome.
Down the hatch.
So he was like, yeah, let's stop the clock and you're going to chug that Guinness as fast as you can. And God bless her, dead sober, 9 seconds, 1 sip, down the hatch, and she was disappointed in her time.
Folks, we're going to take a second and ask you what you were doing Wednesday at like 2:30.
Yeah, it's like we were legit in the city for a half hour. The bar is going ape shit, like going crazy. I'm like,
Go
what?
white girl, go white girl.
I'm like, what a town.
Nice.
So then like she sits down and like, we like eating our appetizers, then like we get up to like go to leave. They're like, "Kevin, you gonna get up here?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "You pussy." I'm like, I don't know. I'm not doing that. They're like, "Liz, get up here again. See if you can beat your time." She was like, "Yeah."
True champion.
No, like so she did it again, and like she took a second off her time, and it was just like now she's got the competitive juices. Now they're like, "Kevin, we got something for you." They stopped playing Wagon Wheel for me, and there's a line in the song about like New England.
Yeah.
And they change the words like "you cheating New England Patriots" or whatever. And they have me dance. They wanted me to dance in front of the stage. I didn't know he was going to say that. And the whole bar is booing me.
Oh,
like
man.
throwing shit at me. So I'm like, 6 Super Bowls, fuck you. People throw up like Tom Brady, yeah, fuck.
Great.
And it was like... And then we left. So then we went to my buddy Chad. The Bruins were playing that night. We went to my buddy Chad's bar, and shout out Chad Fox. His bar is about a block off of Vol Street. And good for him. He took a chance, went to Key West. His bar is phenomenal. Just a nice, like, tiki bar. None of these bars, except Irish Kevin's, has it inside. They're all tiki bars with, like, a canvas over the top in case it rains out. And he just runs this bar, had the Bruins on for me. So we sat there for like 2 periods. And then we did a pub crawl after that. But it's the next night we go out again. We did like a tourist thing during the day. And then we started drinking during the day. And people are coming up to Liz, going, "Hey, were you at Irish Kevin's yesterday?"
Right.
She was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh, yeah, we saw you." And she's like, "I'm beating my time."
We here at, let me tell you this about that, folks, actually have video, I believe.
This is from her third night.
Yes, we've uncovered, this is her third one, okay.
This might be the third or fourth. This is her third time.
Okay.
When we went the next night. This is now on Thursday.
This is,
She's beaten her 8 seconds she wants to beat.
okay.
So this is the video
What's she
here.
down to, like?
So there's a controversy.
Okay.
There's a little controversy on this because they have the clock. And we'll post a video of when he stopped the clock and when she finished.
And this is let me tell you this about that exclusive. Lauren,
Yes.
let me see if we can get you in on this.
Yes.
So we're going to post this on our Facebook page, actually, after we're done playing this. So let's take a peek and see how Liz can make us proud. Is that going to, well, you know what? You should put it down.
So the official time when it was gone was 7.7. Seemed to be the consensus, and he stopped it after 8 seconds.
Man, you got robbed. Good thing you had photo evidence, man.
All I know is after watching like all these videos, I feel like I know her. Like she's a friend of mine now. And I want to say, I gotta have a drink with this girl someday. Jesus Christ.
But even like,
I mean, God, she is good.
So like even like, so that was like Thursday. Thursday was the day I wanted all gas, no brakes. We did like the tourist stuff during the day, and it was pouring rain. So it was like 1 o'clock. I'm like, I just want to change my shirt.
Yes.
And I want to go back out, and I'm drinking until I can't stand. And we drank from 1 till about 11 o'clock at night. Going to all these tiki bars you go to, you're meeting people, and I don't know if these couples were swingers or not, but like with me, like,
they are at that time.
with me, just friendly people, and everyone's talking to everybody.
We like your energy. Did you hear that?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
we met this one couple.
Swippy swappy on deck.
We met this one couple. They were like, one guy, he had like a goatee, like looked like a motorcycle type like couple, but the wife just retired, and they have a Winnebago, and they drove from Pennsylvania, so they can't drive anymore, and ended up in Key West. It just, these couples we met and people we met were just so nice. The bartenders down there so nice. So New Orleans, I love you.
Yeah.
You were my number one.
But there's a
Key
guma.
West is
Yeah, you're number 2 now.
up.
So even like Thursday, wake up like, all right, no, Friday, like, all right, we gotta take it easy.
Yes.
Like we can't do this. Like, we haven't even gone to the waterfront yet. Like, so you go one way, there's a marina. The other way, I don't know if you've seen the pictures. It's the tourist picture. They got the buoy, 90 miles to Cuba. Like, all right, we'll head down, take the tourist picture. Now, there's no real beaches in Key West. Like, there's one about half the size of M Street Beach.
Gotcha.
It's like, literally, it's about maybe 100 yards long. That's where the buoy is. So, like, I'll go down there, get our picture taken. We see that little beach, and there's a beach bar. Right on the beach.
There you go.
And also, I thought it would be humid down there, but I don't know if I guess it's a trade winds.
Yeah.
Beautiful breeze.
Nice.
Right on the beach. And it's like 11:15 in the morning. Like,
Time for a drink.
like
Come
we're
on.
in the area.
Well,
you're right there. Why not?
When are we going to be on the beach in Key West? So it's like, all right, we'll have one.
Yep, at 11, and I called it at noon. Like,
Yeah, that was the day you called it noon. You're like, it's gonna be noon. I'm like, I was like, nope, we're gonna be good.
Oh, Jesus, we got tourist shit to do.
No,
Did you know there's water around here?
So we had like a couple there, then we pinballed our way back down to Vol Street. We did take a nap that day and went out a little later. And then Saturday it was like, all right, we gotta get like t-shirt stuff for the kids. So, but that day we went the other way, is a marina, and just $1 million yachts, and beautiful bars right there.
Yeah.
And again, like they have the big dessert down there is key lime pie.
Oh, we should tell Tony V that.
No, Tony was there last week doing some shows, and he posted.
A pie like the size
That
of my
was
head.
it.
Yeah,
That was it.
So they had a signed key lime pie martinis,
Oh, well, there we go.
which I was not drinking.
Man.
And so like I'm like, all right, we gotta like get the tourist stuff, like get the souvenirs for everybody, and key lime pie martini. So the wife's like, I gotta
have to
try it.
that. Yeah.
And so we go in, and the bartender ended up being from Taunton.
Oh God.
So like we're talking to him, and like so like since like we're talking to him, the waitresses see us talking to him. So now like the waitresses all coming over talking to us, and now like we're all friendly with each other, and it's noontime becomes like 4.
Yeah.
Like fuck, man.
We were going to do tourist shit.
Like it's again, like we didn't even mean to. Like it
It
just
just happened.
it just
Man.
and then the Bruins were on that night, so like I wasn't even like my going out clothes. Like I'm in my like.
You didn't have your good Roger Goodell shirt on?
Yeah, like I didn't have my good Dorchester hockey shirt on.
Exactly.
So it's like went home, quick change, and right back out. And just every day was just, what I liked about it was like an older crowd down there. Just older being, I'm 42. It was
Yeah.
like a 40 plus crowd.
Nice.
And it was just, everyone was in a good mood.
You didn't have to hear like millennials being like, I don't know why we have to say you're welcome anymore.
It was just, everyone was so nice. And those up our like Wild Hog Saloon,
Nice.
like a little rough around the edges. And
I love a good dive bar.
there was one. It was Captain Tony's. Like the ashtrays right on the bar. People just ripping butts. Like 70 years old. It was like a local bar. The guy playing music was horrendous.
Good.
Like it was just like bras hanging down. It was like it was a normal person where I walk in, be like, oh my god. Like me and Liz were just like, this is awesome.
I'm home. Yes.
What
Get the mail sent here.
But also the good thing is every time you go to like one of those little bars and everything, you're supporting local business.
Yes.
Like,
Those little mom and pop places need your help. And Kevin and Liz helped greatly last week.
Supporting local business. So then we came home Sunday night. Got home like 9:30. And I went right into work. 3:30 in the morning, I got up for work.
Mistakey.
And just didn't call in sick. So I went right into that to 3:30 in the morning. So like I've been exhausted all week.
Yeah.
Then right into yesterday was the end of Prohibition.
That was actually, yes, folks.
Oh man, like I pregame napped it. My mother, God bless her, picked up the younger two, at like noontime, took a nice little pregame nap and went right to the Black Rose before, and those lines everywhere before the game. And like I said, everyone was just in a good mood.
Yeah.
And everyone was just hugging each other, so happy to be out. Like, I got to go into a bar without a mask down in Florida, but to do it up here and just the live...
People smelling good.
Just the live music up here, and just feel so good for the bartenders and the waitresses that have been down on the luck. And, at the Bruins game, everyone packed in there. And everyone was so... I've never seen Boston so good last night. It was just probably the best night I've had in Boston ever.
I'm jealous of you, man. Like, honestly, that's a fucking historic night to fucking just go out and, like... Honestly, not only you see the Bruins, like, fucking rip it up.
They said they won.
They won.
We saw my buddy Jinty McGrath. He's from Cork in Ireland, and he usually plays the Black Rose maybe every other weekend. And he plays at other bars in Weymouth and all around town. And he's been like waiting to get back out there.
Yeah.
And just seeing him up on stage, and he was been chomping at the bit to get back out there, and just seeing everyone so happy. It was such a great night. Then going right back into it. Bruins are playing tomorrow night at 7:30.
Oops.
I'm going with my father, and just...
Oh, you bringing your dad?
Yeah. Me and Dad are going to the game, and just up at 3:30 in the morning on Tuesday.
Yeah. You got to do it because now you're on fucking the internet talking about you got to show up.
Yeah.
But can you imagine how much in tips bartenders and waitresses and waiters got last night? God love them. I hope they just took every dollar.
I talked to my friend Carol, who worked Hurricane O'Reilly's. She got in at 5:30 in the morning.
Wow.
She said after they got done counting all the money and cleaning the bar, 5:30 in the morning she got home.
God love her.
It's good to see, man. Honestly, it's good to see because, like, I'll say it for my deal, but like, it's just good to see, man. And it's
it's nice.
Well, just
because
if it was nice out yesterday.
If it was, it would have been over, man.
Man.
Poor cops would have been fucking.
But like, what? I didn't even see any fights. There was no fights at the game. There was no.
But people would have been after it at
2 in the morning. God knows what was going on.
Yeah.
I was home by about 1.
Well, that's good. Nothing good happens after midnight. That's a fucking.
Yeah, I was home eating cheeses by 1 in the morning.
That's a fucking. You heard it here, and let us tell you this about that, folks. Stay your ass inside after midnight.
But seriously, like we were talking before the show started, it's like people probably didn't even mind waiting in line for anything.
No.
The bathroom, beers, anything. It's just like, I am so happy to be in this line.
Right.
I don't care what I'm waiting for, but I'm in line and I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah, people just, like I said, people were bumping into each other, and you'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. They're like, I'm happy you had the chance to bump into me.
Right.
And you never thought you'd see that. But seriously, I was out with some friends a couple of weeks ago and we were talking about, the mask mandates coming down and what's it going to be like. And a lot of us were talking about it. It's like we kind of have to relearn how to socialize with other grown-ups.
Yes.
Because we've kind of forgotten. It sounds really silly. It's only been like a year and a half, but it's long enough that you don't remember how to talk to someone or look at someone and go, hey, how are you doing? Because all you've seen are eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it was weird. I actually went into a store yesterday without a mask on for the first time. And I'm like, this is the weirdest day ever.
Totally.
Right.
Because I'm like, I should have my, oh no, I don't have to do that. I'm fully vaccinated. And it said mask optional, so I technically don't have to have them.
Right.
But I'm like, this is the weirdest thing ever. But it was nice because you could like talk to someone and understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
And not have to go, what? Huh?
Right,
What? What did you want? No, I'm fine. Forget it. I don't want it now. But yeah, it was the weirdest thing not having to wear a mask. And it's going to be weird for a while.
Yeah.
But again, we have to learn how to interact with each other again. I think some of us might have forgotten.
Right. I akin it to like someone getting out of jail and like they're not like used to being around people.
Yeah, like
Like, it was weird to be like around 17,000 people at the game. It was a little, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Like, honestly, like, you know, I mean, for my thing, like, I went out last night to dinner and I literally felt like fucking Sam from Quantum Leap, like fucking like you're gonna wonder how I wound up here, folks. Like fucking look at that, like bread and fucking like pepper. You can put on your own food. And,
You know, there's a menu.
Place was packed. You know, you got to see like old you know, servers and bartenders and chefs and shit that like, you know, that thankfully made it through the other side because. You know, most restaurants didn't. Like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
fucking,
there's a lot of places that we used to love that are no more and are not coming back anytime soon.
Unfortunately, so you know. So I mean, that's the thing. It's you know, and we live in Massachusetts here, folks. We don't know where you're listening to us from, you know, but hopefully your neck of the woods will be doing as good as us if you guys take your shit seriously, like we did, because that's what adults do. And trust the science, my friend. It's good to look at the maps. Like, honestly, that's the thing that you know. I'll get into more on my spiel, but yeah. So I feel like that's a good thing, and I'm glad that you guys are fucking ready to roll into game 2.
Game 2, I'm going to say Bruins in 3.
Nice. The Bruins in 3.
Maybe in a sweep. Maybe we'll take them 4.
You're not gonna bring your squid? Fucking.
No, the Red Wings throwing the octopus on the ice. Bruins, for you hockey nerds out there, the Bruins' first line, I believe, had 16 shots on net last night, and the Islanders' first line had 0. Nice. So that's if the Islanders don't have an answer for the Bruins' first line, they are absolutely screwed. The Islanders' big thing is hanging in a game and try to win a game 1-0, 2-1. And that's not going to work against the Bruins. They cannot contain the Bruins' first line. So it's going to be over pretty quick. They're already talking about changing their goalie for game 2. And if they're already nervous saying we're coming back with another goalie and the rookie goalie can't handle it, yeah, not doing too good. So
well, we here will be rooting for the Bruins, man.
I just mushed them, so we'll see where we are next Sunday.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll be filling you in. We'll be filling you in next Sunday on a few things, actually. We're going to be having our friend Carolyn Plummer, comedian extraordinaire, sitting in with us. She's going to do the show with us and sit in for a little interview at the tail end of it. So if you guys join us next week as well, we'll be getting some actual professional comedians in here to try and get you to laugh and what have you. So anything else you want to?
No, that's like I said, I'm hanging by a thread.
That's it.
Do you want to go take a nap now?
No, I
Okay,
slept all day today. I got up once. Went to Burger King drive-thru on Dot Ave, probably not the cleanest Burger King. Oh. And it was pretty bad. And immediately went home and went.
Kevin's in his feety jammies right now, folks. If you can, draw a mental picture of that. So nice, man. Yeah. So moving on, Miss Lauren Sims, baby. What do you got?
Oh Lord!
Oh wait, hold on, man.
Lord.
Fucking where the fuck was I? We gotta do this shit right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lauren Sims.
Oh, thank you. Now, the funny thing is, this is going to make you laugh because this is like my theme music now. And I've come to the conclusion I'm either going to be talking about sex during this podcast or death.
Well, they're both the same.
It depends on who you're with, basically.
Yeah.
But I'm so sad. Did everyone hear, who passed away this weekend?
What do you got?
What do you got, kid?
We lost Captain Stubing of the Love Boat.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
There you go, folks. Now, Friday nights on ABC.
No, Saturday nights.
Saturday? Is Saturday?
Saturday nights at my Nana's house.
Yep.
This was sleepover TV show stuff.
Yep.
And if I was really, really good,
Yeah.
Fantasy Island was on at 10.
I was going to say, that's some steamy business, man.
Yeah. Why I was watching that at that age, I have no idea. But my Nana was like, yeah, let's just watch that.
Hey, you know, the fucking TV was good back then, but
I know, and Love-Boat was awesome. I'm sorry. That was like one of my favorite shows as a kid. I just loved the show. I love it that Julie McCoy, her real name was Lauren, because my name was Lauren. I thought that was really cool. Mm-hmm. And then I found out she was a cocaine addict. I felt really bad, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. Okay. But I used to love the Love Boat. And poor Captain Stubby, he was 90 years old.
oh, no kidding.
90 years old.
That was a good time.
But I used to love the song, and it was funny because like when I was little, I would like practice like what I would look like smiling into like the life preserver thing.
Yes.
And I would practice going, you know.
Get your good side.
Exactly. I was 8 and I had a good side, I guess. I don't know. But used to love the theme song because you knew it was going to be, and it was Jack Jones. You know who Jack Jones is?
Barely.
Oh, God. Am I that old now? God almighty. Jack Jones is the son of Alan Jones.
Okay.
Here's your trivia for this week. So Jack Jones is the son of Alan Jones, who was a 1930s like crooner type guy who starred with the Marx Brothers in A Night at the Opera.
Oh, all right.
So that's his dad. There's your trivia.
There you go.
You might need it in a bar trivia tournament.
Right.
That could win you some big bucks, Kevin. Come on, take that down.
There you
Gotcha.
go.
And then we actually have the trifecta because you know the celebrities always go in threes.
Mm-hmm.
So we lost Captain Stubing.
Yep.
We lost B.J. Thomas.
B.J. Thomas, what song is that?
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Oh, yeah.
And he also did Hooked on a Feeling.
Great
That's
song.
a great. How the hell do you get to that? That's like,
I know.
hey, the
awesome.
Raindrop song. Like, you guys remember when we were kids and they had the like little fake radio with the strap, and
Yes.
Yeah.
you'd turn it and there would be raindrops falling on your head?
Yes.
That guy get paid for that?
I don't know. I think he might have got robbed for that one.
Droopy ass.
And he
right?
did, and he also did the theme song for Growing Pains.
Oh, no shit.
Yes. See, you're learning all this trivia this
Wow.
week.
You
Come
are
on now.
fucking-
You are going to get some good bar trivia out of me. Okay.
You are on point.
And then, thirdly, now this is an obscure one, let me tell you, was the voice actor who voiced Hermie in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The misfit elf. We lost Hermie. He was also 90 years old.
Why would I want to be a dentist? That Hermie?
Yes.
Man, let's. You know what? I think we do have a clip of little Hermie here,
We
man.
love Hermie.
Let me see if we can pull this one up.
Yeah, no, only the good
It's
die out.
flashing. Again, Hermie the Misfit Elf. Being awful quiet, Hermie.
Big sleigh ride on the night of the 24th.
Here he is. He's at a sweatshop right here.
Sweatshop.
Yeah. He's cutting the Adderall down for all the other little elves in Charlestown that are at the sweatshop here, chopping down a car.
Here he is. Here we go.
There we go.
Herbie!
Ah,
Have you finished painting that yet? There's a pile up a mile wide behind you.
Real dick, huh?
What's eating you, boy?
Not happy in my work, I guess.
What?
I just don't like to make toys.
No, well, if that's all.
What?
You don't like to make toys?
Hermie doesn't like to make toys. Hermie doesn't like to make toys.
Herbie doesn't like to make toys.
So that is your death trifecta for this week. Thank you.
That was it. Herbie,
I'm here all week for that information.
That is, man, that's sad to hear, man. That's a lot of marginal talent that we lost.
That was my big thing this week. Is like yesterday, I'm like, oh my God, Captain Stubing died. 3 hours later, B.J. Thomas died. What the hell? And then the guy Paul Coles, who does the voice of Hermie. That was my big day yesterday.
That'd be good. Imagine if you you fucking nailed Hermie out of the park when you're like 26 years old and
Yeah.
you fucking don't do nothing for the rest of your life, man.
You got Hermie.
You get that mailbox money coming in.
15 cents every time it's played.
Yeah, every time Hermie fucking. Well, I want to be a dentist.
Yeah, that was like my favorite one growing up. Was Rudolph.
I was the underdog guy. So there's like 2 underdogs in that. There was the
No one wants a Charlie in the box.
who wants a Charlie in the box? Like all that, like the Island of Misfit Toys, dude.
I love but here's the thing: the Island of Misfit Toys. Something for you to ponder.
Yeah.
What was wrong with Dolly? Dolly looked fine.
Well,
she
I think she had
talked.
mental illness.
I hate to break it to you guys.
For the love of God! What?
think that's what it
Dolly's
was.
one of those special dolls that they have at the DA's office for kids to point out like, where bad things happen to Dolly.
Where did the bad man touch her?
Yes, that's why Dolly was on the island. With Jack in the Box was a little creepy. Yeah, he was a level 3. And
Thank you for just totally ruining my childhood. Thank you.
That's
I
what I'm here
appreciate.
for, folks.
I appreciate that so
tip
much.
your wagers will be
All right, so I talked about death this week, so next week I'll talk about sex.
sounds good. Hey,
So
Thomas
bring my
Thomas Kane.
Speaking of dead guys, DMX. They played DMX, who recently passed
Yes.
away.
Yes.
At the Bruins game last night.
Oh.
And the fucking place exploded.
Oh, as it should, man. Did they party it up in there, or did they lose their fucking minds up in there?
That was that one. The place absolutely exploded, and I think it was the unedited version.
It has to be.
It was like during a commercial break, so it was like the extended version. It was like right after a goal, and the place went nuts.
As it
so
should.
R.I.P. DMX.
Yeah, man, fucking Russell, man. R.I.P. brother, you were fucking insane in the membrane, my friends. Fucking, that's fucking pretty good. We actually, me and Lauren spent a good part of last week checking out some comedy. On my little update for the week, folks, we checked out the Giggles of Big MS.
Yes, big MS
fundraiser, which was nice. Actually, it was a pretty good time.
I think every Boston comic was there.
Yeah.
Seriously, it was such a good show. Great turnout for a great cause.
It really was. Honestly, everyone hit it. I've never seen Steve Sweeney dressed in such finery. Actually,
Yes.
Yeah, those good sweatpants.
No, he wore
fucking
pants.
tucked shit in too.
Wow.
Fucking brother had a belt on.
Wow.
What the fuck happened? But yeah, no, everyone showed up. It was always a great time. The Clark family runs that benefit. I think yearly, and they do a lot of work for the for MS, raising money like with bikes and stuff
Yes.
like that. And
The big bike breakers on Cape Cod.
exactly, we saw Carolyn Plummer, we saw Corey Rodriguez, two friends of ours. We saw Mr. Dave Russo.
Oh no, Carolyn was last week. We saw.
Oh my
her
bad,
at-
we didn't see her that.
No, Carolyn wasn't at the MS one. She was at Breakaway in Danvers. Dave Russo's new show that he's producing over there, and Carolyn did a great job. Good show.
Her and Maya Mannion brought that shit down.
Yes.
man. That girl I have to look up because
Yes, it was just a great show. We've been seeing a lot of good comedy lately, and it's gonna get better because more places are opening up.
Yep.
And more people are doing either outside shows or even moving inside to do big shows, and there's going to be some good stuff coming our way this summer.
And a little tease for next week with Miss Plummer.
Yes.
Her
Yes.
show in Abington last week.
Yeah, that's
We're
what
gonna have an exclusive.
we are gonna find
yes.
out. We are
What
gonna get to the
happens?
bottom.
Things got a little rowdy in Abington,
Things got a little out
I
of
believe it
hand.
may
but
have
she
been a-
did say she would share some good stories with us. So it should be a very good show next week. We can't wait to bring that to you.
Yes, we need to get to the bottom of Gillygate actually, and see if
There may have been a Gillespie.
there may have been a Gillespie in the bad pile. That,
No, I believe he was just a witness.
We hope so. We hope so actually, because I don't want to besmirch anyone's good name.
Because he came up to me and said, Dude, did you
fucking-
hear what happened in Abington?
Fuck,
Dude, it was crazy.
Dude,
Lenny
fucking-
Clark was on stage. Dude, it was crazy.
Fuck.
So we don't want to give too much away, but we will get the exclusive because I've only heard, I heard from the host what happens, but I want to hear from Miss Plummer next week.
Yes, we'll be
somebody
taking
that
direct
was there.
evidence.
Yes.
Yes, we have pictures of snap mic cords, which is hard to do if you fucking try and snap a mic cord, folks. Yeah, that's good.
The police were called.
Oops.
But I think this is like another good example of how we need to kind of like readjust to playing
These
together.
people I heard
like,
just were not
grown-ups
have
getting
not been out
together.
a while. And
Yes, and they forgot how to play nicely with each other.
Yes, exactly.
So next week should be a really
So
lot
I'm
of
looking
fun.
forward to hear that next week. What happened in Abington?
Exactly. So we'll have all types of whodunits, folks.
And, nothing against Abington, but it might have been some Brockton people came over the border.
I
Probably.
guarantee you. And a few Canton motherfuckers up in the cut. I guarantee you there's some Stoughton motherfuckers. They're shady. And yeah, anytime you have anything South Shore, man, it's going to be a salad. So, but yeah, so we'll have Carolyn gracing us next week. So please tune in and download next week as well, folks. So that was it. I went out last night. Like I said, I had my fucking quantum leap moment. And this leads me to my point. One of my points, which is I met this old waitress. It's not old. She's like maybe like 29 now, but we've had her for like a few years at this place called the Mari's down the Cape. And she's a sweetheart and stuff like that. And we're like, oh man, how was your pandemic? And she's like, oh, it wasn't bad. She's like, I got laid off and, I got to chill out. It was kind of tit. And then, I had to get back to work. And I was like, we continued that conversation. But I was like, honey, did she refer to the summer as kind of tit? And my wife's like, yeah. So that made me fucking laugh for about half an hour solid. And it just made me think of like growing up, like phrases that like we should bring back, like remember when you'd be like, oh dude, it was tit, you'd write like you're the balls like on the summer, like I can't like I was trying to think of other ones like the only ones I could think of is like no saw. Like, well, that's kind of a Dorchester.
We had a Dorchester one. Now, I never heard other people say it was bus.
Bus? Like?
Yeah, it was bus. Like someone like, hey, do you want to, bus. Like, it was more of like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Bus.
Right.
Like, I don't know what it meant. Like, it just was still like, me and like, kid Chris Ryan from Dorchester. Hey, you going to work overtime? Well, yeah, bus. Like, I've never heard anyone outside of Dorchester say it.
Nice. We're going to make that popular, man.
Yeah, just like, bus.
Bus.
But like as for like a put down, and this one to this day cuts that I think gets in somebody's head later.
Right.
Is calling someone a weirdo.
Yeah.
Like just like it's just like fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I called someone that at a hockey game, and I'm like, what are you doing, you fucking weirdo?
Right.
Like it was a coach of it was a 10-year-old hockey game, and only 2 coaches were allowed on the bench. And this guy was like standing behind our bench. And I'm like, looking at him like, what are you doing? He's like, wouldn't answer me. It's a 10-year-old hockey game. We're playing Watertown. And like, the guy was like in his 60s. He's like standing behind our kids where like no one's allowed. Then he's standing at the entrance to like our bench. So the other coach is like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm one of the coaches from the other team. And he's like, you can't stand here. So when I didn't swear. I go, what are you, a weirdo? Like just standing around a bunch of 10-year-old kids?
No, absolutely. That's the first thing you should call.
I'm sorry.
Like you can't be here and you're standing. What do you like? Seeing what lines we put out there? You weirdo? Like just.
What do you work for Belichick? Fucking spygating, you motherfucker.
But just like calling someone a weirdo, I think like just gets in somebody's head. Like
so that and like I got called a little bitch once. Like you're being a little bitch, and then like I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, like inmates will call me fat.
Yeah,
and I'm just my response to that is like, yeah, I have a mirror.
Yeah,
or I'm trying to work on it.
Yeah,
like we'll have like a younger CEOs who be like, someone calls them something, they like get mad over it. It's like, what are you really getting fucking mad? Like, I just like, yeah, I'm working on it. I know, I'm trying.
Well, the worst is
then they stop getting like, they know like they can't like. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I've been called every name in the book.
Well, that's it. And then, like, I worked with prisoners too, Lauren, and the same thing. Fucking, you knew your diet shit was on point when you weren't being called a fat motherfucker. Like, you fat motherfucker. Like, you take that shit in stride, but when they're like, you're an asshole, you're like, but I'm not a fat asshole.
Oh, there we go.
See?
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the cartoon character I got called. He had like a spiky. What the fuck?
Dexter's Laboratory?
No, I can't think of it. It was
Johnny Bravo?
No, I forget the name. But he has a roller coaster at Universal Studios. It'll come to me. I'll Google it in a sec.
Gotcha.
He called me that. He was like, "You blank looking motherfucker," and I Googled it, and I was like, "No." I was like, "It's pretty fucking spot on with them."
There was one time we busted into a cell, and this kid's being an asshole, and this girl came in, and she was all fucking all business, and he was just like, "Okay, easy, Quagmire," and like the fucking. Dude, it, honestly, like that stopped the altercation because all 5 of us were like, we can't really fucking say how funny this is right now, but yeah, but bringing back the old school stuff, like you grew up with, like Smell You Later.
Oh yeah,
you can bring that, or
just Googling the cartoon character.
Yeah, find out who that cat was, man. You know, one that, like, you know, it's funny too because I have friends that are in the LBGQ community and stuff like that, and you know, and queer friends. But I'm always like, man, I wish we could get like, dude, stop being gay. like that was such a term of endearment when we were growing up. Like
it was totally different back then. You call people really bad stuff back in like the 80s and stuff, and it was so good. And now it's like lawsuit stuff, and it's like,
right.
Damn, we've really come a long way.
I'm in a group text with, I think it's 8 kids I was in the Navy with.
Right.
One being the kid Chad in Key West. And if people, like what we called each other in this text, like I'll probably be arrested. What's in this like group? Like it's just like what we say to each other is absolutely like people's wives, mothers, like people's kids. Like not like these guys have daughters that are like 15. Like people are like, hey, is your daughter on OnlyFans yet? Like guy's daughter's like 15. Like.
Well, this lads is comedy breaking balls too, man. Like I've been watching this show called I'm Dying Up Here, and if anyone's haven't seen it, it's on Showtime. But it's all about this group of comedians. But like, that's the good part. Is like after they get done doing the show, they sit around a fucking pancake place and they fucking just destroy each other. But it all comes from caring, man, and that's the whole thing. Like that's what I want to normalize, fucking being able to break balls. And not being offensive, because like it's not offensive because you're fucking, this is how humans get to know each other, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Like we have this app at work, and me and my old partner were going back and forth on it, and someone came up to me like, were you and Eddie being serious? I'm like, no, we were joking around, but like we was being so like vicious to each other.
Yeah.
Like people like, oh my god, they really fucking. It's like, no, we were just kidding.
That's my boy, man. He knows so much dirt.
That he was my partner.
Like, you can say 2 words and I'll give him the look like, motherfucker, you finish that sentence.
Like we got like the food traps. I don't know if you guys have BMC, like a food trap. You can cuff them through. Like I had an inmate like pull me through.
Yeah.
And it was like this guy, Jerry Tolbert. He's he's blind. Like he's like fucking 90 years old.
Yeah.
And I was cuffing him, and he like, I just pulled him out. It was like 2 seconds, and he was laughing so hard.
Right.
So like the big joke, like when he went to lunch, was I got pulled through the food trap, and this 9-year-old guy was pulling me through, and my thing is, I'm like, oh, you didn't fucking come help me, did you? But literally, it was half a second. I just pulled my arm out.
Right.
But like the running story, and it's like he was saying that on the app. He's like, oh, people are like, oh, you guys really hate each other. It's like, no, if you like each other, you fucking publicly destroy each other. Then it probably,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the beginning of like everyone loves that movie Gran Torino, and the Clint Eastwood movie that but the perfect part is like he brings this kid and he's trying to fucking show him like how people like get socialized, and he brings him to the barbershop, and that's exactly what happened. Like, you fucking Polish motherfucker, like sit down, and like. But like so like that's what that's what the whole world is like. That was the best part for at my old job at lunch. Everyone would come downstairs at lunch and would just have at it like, you Italian and blah blah blah. Or
I got the name of the Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron looking motherfucker.
That kid got fucking.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah,
so
that's
let me pull up a
10-pointer.
picture. Jimmy Neutron.
That motherfucker.
I can kind of see that.
Whoever you are, unknown inmate of.
Like this guy's like a gangbanger that like killed like fucking probably 3 people. You Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, okay, I can.
You shut up, you Jimmy Neutron. Like
We're
stopped me mid. I was just like, wow.
Wow, I'm combing this faux hawk right the fuck out.
I was like, wow. I go, that was a good one. 20 years, that was the best one thrown at me. You Jimmy Neutron motherfucker.
That is
you Jimmy Neutron looking motherfucker.
That's a good one, I have to say.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll be posting that on Facebook, man, so you guys can see what fucking we're talking about.
That, and I was working segregation real quick. We had, people like getting their tour for like their pre-employment.
Yeah.
So we're working segregation, and the guys in segregation got like the best one-liners. They come out 1 hour a day, and they yell back and forth, and it's low ceiling, everything echoes.
It's like the bleachers at a Sox game in the 80s.
And there was this husky white guy, ill-fitting suit, and this guy yells out, "Man, look at this motherfucker! Hey, buddy!" He's like, "Hey, buddy!" And it's very clear who he's talking. He's like, "Where'd you get that suit? Building 19?" Me and my partner trying not to laugh. And he's just like, you can see the sweats coming down. He's like, then it just, man, look at that fat motherfucker. Look at that suit. Don't even fit. Like, it just, the kid's, he didn't come back for the job. Like,
right. Like, I would count the fucking hot dogs in the back of your neck in that suit, man.
Look at his shirt's yellow. Look at him, he's sweating. That fat motherfucker's sweating. Just the kid just like, oh my god, he's talking to me.
I'm gonna die.
Some of the one-liners in segregation, just like some of the debates they had, Would you rather date a skinny white bitch or a fat white bitch? Skinny white bitch, you only got to feed them once.
There you go. Well, write these down, folks. These are when we get Me Too.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
But the fat ones, you got to keep feeding them, man. But to put money on your books,
right.
You know the debates they had. Another one was, you get life in prison. When do you think about going the other way?
Oh, well, fuck yeah.
At what point does it cross your mind?
The minute knives come out, I think, fucking...
It was when you exhaust your last appeal.
Man, then you switch teams, man? You're like, fucking...
Then you're like, fuck it, I gotta...
Yeah. Like, what happens, like, I was explained that you get, like, 3 experimentations, and then... like, do you burn dirt through hours? Do you get, like, 3 practice swings before you fucking...
Hey,
please let us know,
left.
folks.
I'm gonna die here, so might as well.
Hey,
I'm
man,
28.
Man. Someone's gonna be fucking romantic with me, man. Fucking take your pick, I guess. If you're with others, man. That's what turned Aaron Hernandez into like the person he was. So anyway, those are phrases that maybe we probably should keep in the history books, folks. But lastly, my point, it was all the fun we're having about being out this weekend because, like, it is like, I honestly think that, like, we should look into making, like, fucking next year the 29th a holiday, like, fucking, like, we make so many ridiculous holidays, man, at, like, being able to look at the map. And that's the thing, folks. Like, it's not like, oh, they're lying to us. Like, I got lied to. They said that we were going to have the fucking, they just decided it's over. No, science decided it was over. And a lot of people went and got vaccinated. And you can look at the infection rates. And, like, most of our cities and towns, there's one high rate place, which is
Martha's Vineyard, Tingsbury.
Tisbury. Yeah, exactly. Fucking of all places, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, Chelsea, nope. Lynn, nope. New Bedford, nope. Fucking Tisbury, fucking holding us back, man. But yeah, so, like, a lot of people, I've had friends be like, only 9,000 people died in the fucking pandemic, and there's a lot of bullshit out there, but I think people that have actually suffered and lost people, and in the midst of, like, it being Memorial Day and remembering soldiers that gave their lives so we could have ours here, I think that we should take a second and just think about the 18,000 people in Massachusetts that aren't here. I mean, that's just in our state. I mean, that's not even 500,000 people, countrywide. But I'd just like to take a second and say, like, it's been a hard year. I mean, everyone, was running around, oh, you're terrified. How can you give up your life to this fear? And it's like, what? My mom has, like, every pre-existing, like, and she's got, like, half a lung, man. So, like, I get it. And I didn't bust anyone else's balls about fucking how they were conducting themselves during the fucking pandemic. And I know that, everyone that's listening in the world has had a struggle this year. A struggle that, you went to bed, and that's the whole thing, is like, when did it end? Like, is it ending at a sports event? Is it ending when I'm hearing music playing? For me, like, being with people that, like, when my mom got her shot, she got the Johnson & Johnson. And every time I drive by that building, I'm like, wow, that ended for me, like, right there, because my mom was safe. And I think it's a beautiful thing, man. I think it's a miracle that we're here, and we can take some medicine that, most of us have been, if we couldn't go play sports if we weren't vaccinated. And I don't understand why this particular vaccination vexes people, but it is damn good to be on the other side of a miracle. And I just want to say happy 29th to everybody. And if you love somebody, I feel for you. And I hope that, their memory keeps you warm. And I hope that, we have some kind of, I have some kind of catharsis, man, but this summer, let's all get together, man. Let's put the bullshit down. Let's put the fucking QAnon down. Let's put the arguments down. Let's put the politics down. And let's pick up a fucking drink and hug it out, because we can, because of fucking science. And and for doing the right thing, and for people that have done the right thing. And we hope that that this extends to you guys in the near future if you're not living in Massachusetts. And that was my point, man. And that's how I'm gonna wrap my shit up. And so closing up, as we always like to do, we usually have Mr. fucking Kane off the chain. I don't know. He looks like he's on the chain tonight, folks. He's fucking Kevin Kane down fucking 2 quarts.
Thank you, Mr. J. Tomorrow being Memorial Day, some of you guys know, I don't even know if you guys know the full story. As you guys know, I was stationed on the Constitution in the Navy. I was there for just under 4 years. And my first roommate there was a kid named Rochester Santiago, kid from Texas. And me, Chester, and Mark O'Brien were supposed to be transferred out April 2000. And we were getting out of the Navy December 2000. And the captain came to us and said, we have what's called an early out. We'll let you out of the Navy in September, but we'll keep you here. We have the tall ships coming that summer. I was in charge of setting the sails, the main topsail. And Mark was helping out. He was one of the main guys in charge of the sails at the top of the mast. And Chester was one of our best cooks. So me and Mark, almost 4 years into it, we're like, yeah, what do we sign? So we, signed to get out of the Navy that September, still get our 4 years, and we stayed in the Constitution. Chester was like, you know what? I'm getting out in January anyway. Might as well just go to the fleet, see the Navy, go to a ship. We're like, all right, you sure? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'll just go from April to January. Just go out to the fleet and see what it's like. So April 2000 rolls around,
And he's been enlisted for...
Yeah, we were all in boot camp together.
And how long's this been?
So we met in boot camp. We got to boot camp December 96.
Okay.
We got to the Constitution April 97. This is now April 2000.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
So, April 2000, we hug it out. This is before social media, really before cell phones. We hug it out, and, we'll see you when we see you. We'll meet again at some point. It's a reunion or something like that. So we have a great time that summer, and we get out of the Navy that September. We're waiting for the Sheriff's Department to start. And me and Mark are living together, and comes across, I don't know why he had CNN on, and USS Cole is bombed in Yemen. I'm like, fuck. Yell up to Mark, and I'm like, what ship did Chester go to? And he yelled down, he went to the Cole. I'm like, oh, fuck. So he comes down. We're watching. I said this before text messages, we could really text anyone. And we're watching all day, and the names are coming across, and he's missing. I'm like, fuck.
Missing.
And it's confirmed dead, confirmed dead, confirmed dead. The night goes by. Chester's still missing. I'm like, obviously it's not good. And they stop flying the bodies home. Chester's still missing, but we know that he's passed away.
Yeah.
The bomb, it was a suicide bomb. It was 2 guys loaded a raft with explosives.
Exactly.
Went into the side of the ship.
Yeah.
And Chester was a cook. And just where on the ship it went into was where the galley or the kitchen was.
Yeah.
And they didn't find anything left. They, maybe found a piece of his uniform.
Yeah.
And that's all they found of him. He was 21 years old. He was getting out of the Navy. 3 months later, he was getting out. So, like the kids I'm in the group text with, like we still talk about him. He's never. He was one of our best friends. We talk about him, to this day. So for kids like he was a petty officer. So Petty Officer Santiago, like we never forget him. The kids, the last 20 years. I see some people on Facebook, like they post things like, don't forget what this weekend's about, and their heart's in the right place.
Yeah.
Kids like Chester, they want you to go fucking party it up this weekend. Like, don't feel guilty about having a barbecue. Don't remember the lives you gave, but still have fun this weekend. Like, the veterans that put that online, like, I get where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Remember, but like, this isn't all about barbecue. Fucking go party it up for these kids.
Yeah.
These kids would do anything to have a party this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, don't, like...
And that's what they fought for, too.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
So I just want to take a second. Remember Chester. He was our boy. Like I said, he was just a 21-year-old kid. He was literally getting out of the Navy 3 months later. I believe it was 18 that got killed on the USS Cole.
18 altogether.
18 altogether. It just, like I said, he wanted to go to the fleet, see what it was like, and never saw him again. So,
died in glory, though. Rest in heavenly peace, brother.
Yeah, we just was such a great kid. So just everyone who's died, we got it from here, boys, and girls.
Amen.
So
Amen.
that's all I got. That's all I got.
It's a beautiful place. It's paid for by beautiful people. Well, thank you, folks, and that has been. Let me tell you this about that for the week ending. What the fuck week is it? May 30th. Yeah. So there we go. So we're gonna send Kevin off and wish our bees the best.
I'll be there tomorrow night.
Sounds good. Lauren, do we have any comedy coming up, like me and you? Like anything we can plug for people that we're gonna go see?
Do we have anything coming up?
My Eventbrite, I think, is.
I know. My God. There's so many shows coming up. That's the great thing is there's actually like new shows at new places that are opening up.
There's that we were gonna go see Tony and Jimmy up in Lowell. That's coming up in June.
Yes.
And what was that other place you were showing me? That
oh God, you would ask me this right off the top of my head. It's a new place that I hadn't even heard of, and they've got a ton of shows coming up this summer.
Exactly. We wish we could remember. I'm having a Swiss cheese moment myself right now. But yeah, we'll be checking out. I think it was like Corey and Christine Hurley.
Yeah, we're gonna see our old friends and see some new ones, and it's gonna be a very fun-filled summer with comedy shows, including maybe some of our own.
Absolutely. That's what I was actually going to lead up to, folks. We're going to be putting our boots to the grindstone. We have a great crew of comedians that we're going to be bringing to you this summer, folks. And I'll be figuring out the permits and the ins and outs of that, hopefully this week. And dropping some more news about the Haha Mafia and the ins and outs of us coming to your town. As always, folks, please check out our Facebook page. Give us a liking and thumbing. My last thing I was thinking about actually doing back in the day when we had this great radio station called 88.9 back in the day, and they had this thing called Self-Based Shoutouts where it would be the end of the night and
Ray in 3-2, keep your head up.
Keep your head up. Some bullshit, like, hey girl, you stay real. There's some bullshit will be out. So here's my new thing. That's a really horrible song for this, but I don't know. I thought it was my girl Sid here. Okay, so this is a horrible song, but make pretend, Salt Bay. All of our sheriff friends out there, we're gonna do some new Salt Bay shoutouts, folks, where you come up to our Facebook page and we'll read out your shit the next week, folks. So if you get some shoutouts to your friends, to your partners on board, get some cryptic shit, and you want some side jokes or anything like that, let me tell you this about that, the Facebook page, folks, the Self-Bay shoutouts. Bring it to us next week, Mr. Donahue. We're looking at you. All right, folks. So like I said, next week we'll be having Miss Caroline Plummer sit in with us. We'll try and dress up nice and be on our best behavior.
No,
we ain't gonna do that shit.
That's not happening.
Nah, she's gonna get us raw dogs. She's gonna find out what we're all about here, folks. Just like you poor bastards. Alrighty, folks. Well, hey, listen. Hopefully the rain will end soon. Can't rain all the time. Right? That's what the crow said. So you guys take it easy. You guys have a good week, and we'll be back up in that ass again next Monday. See you then.
Love the way you put it on your eyes. The roses on your face light up the sky. Those lips are colorful all of the time. And girl, that's fine, but I wanna know, do you mind? No makeup today. No makeup today. No makeup today. No makeup, and girl, that's fine, but I wanna know, do you mind?
me how she looked. I tell her beautiful and how long it took for you to put it on. It was early in the morning. She resembled a model hot of a MacBook, concentrating on the way the eyeliner thickens. I stand behind her and try to figure her vision, her prettiness, the wittiness of colors on the skin tone, her complexion in the direction I've outgrown. Damn girl, why so much? You about to blow your cover when you cover up. Don't you know your imperfections is a wonderful blessing from heaven is where you got it from. I love your smile, you can do it without style. From your lips all the way to your eyebrows. It's the beauty in her, but when the makeup occur, I don't see it, all I see is a blur.
You put it on your eyes. The roses on your face light up the sky. Those lips are colorful all of the time. And girl, that's fine, but I wanna know, do you mind? No makeup today. No makeup today. No makeup today. No makeup, girl, that's fine, but I wanna know, do you mind?
I know she about to ask me how she look. I tell her beautiful and how long it took for you to put it on. It was early in the morning. She resembled a model hot of a MacBook,
concentrating on the way my eyeliner
thickens.
You stand behind me and try to
figure her vision.
My prettiness, the wittiness of colors on my skin tone, my complexion in a direction
I've outgrown.
I feel like it's not enough. I can never put on too much makeup. Yeah, I know
your imperfections.
I be constantly stressing. From him is where I get it from. They tell me I need
a smile
at least once in a while. I hate my lips, my nose, my
eyebrows.
It's the beauty in me, but what he don't see is that I had a black eye.
To be continued, 11.
No makeup today. Today. No makeup today.